Amici, good morning, and good morning, dear listener. Today is Wednesday. We'll be expecting a Federal Executive Council meeting today. Don't know yet if they've put it on hold because of the elections coming. Amici, one striking information from INEC pertaining the readiness is the mention of real time. You know, that was an issue most people had during the presidential election that some persons were saying after that INEC didn't say they are going to transmit real time. But now they are telling you and I that they are ready for the elections on Saturday, and they are very sure result to be transmitted real time.
Real time means immediately.
As the voting is going on, the counting.
The electoral the guideline of INEC says, and thereafter the results will be transmitted.
Now they are making us giving the electorates in the states, the 28 states of the federation where governorship will hold, and the 36 states where state House of Assembly elections will hold, that they should be rest assured that this result will be transmitted real time. I want INEC to own up to his words. Nigerians took them very seriously before the February 25 general elections, presidential and National Assembly elections, but a lot of persons didn't find it funny when the processes went that way. And now they are telling you and I, have confidence in us. We are battle ready. We will transmit this in real time. I mentioned the meeting between the NSA and security agencies and INEC. Some warnings came out from there. The NSA asking politicians, especially the governorship candidates, not to incite their, or not to be careful to help their supporters not to create a crisis, because election is a contest and not war. Election is a contest, not war. I wonder where these politicians are, or were in 2015 when my friend Two-Face Idibia started a campaign, Vote Not Fight. If they have followed the young man and several other persons that started this campaign, Vote Not Fight, I don't think by now INEC will be wasting one or two lines, or the NSA is saying that election is not war, it's a contest. They all know it's not a war, it's a contest. But you know, desperation. There's a lot of things that come with desperation when you are too desperate to be this. That is why we hear a lot of comments. Look at the issue in Benue State that the name of the APC governorship candidate is not on the ballot. But thank God the REC has come to clarify that issue. So we hear of so many things because of desperation like this. Look at, if you go to some states, go to Lagos State, they are giving name to the Labour Party governorship candidate because of desperation. Look at Sanwo-Olu. Sanwo-Olu is now an usher in church, is now a hairstylist, is a hairstylist, and he has gone to several other places because of his desire.
Is he the only one going?
Yeah.
Others others have been going, and nothing stops him from. He wasn't the first person to start attending churches, was he?
No, well, there's nothing wrong in attending churches. What I'm trying to say in essence is that this extension probably has favored people like Sanwo-Olu to do further campaign to reach out to these people, because it's a battleground in Lagos and so many other states, like in Rivers also. You've seen the comment between Rotimi Amaechi and Wike Amaechi. I must tell you that these are the kind of comments that the NSA is warning about. You don't make certain comments that can incite supporters.
When I heard the NSA speak and security chief speak, sometimes you see a new security commander posted to a place and he will warn bad people, warn criminal-minded fellows, don't dare. And it reminds me as if I'm in church, or if you're in a mosque where the priest, pastor, imam is preaching. They have resorted to preaching rather than taking action. You have been empowered both by law, by instruments of weapon, every other thing, to deal with troublemakers. But what we have seen is that there's this shift to warning troublemakers from those who are supposed to arrest and prosecute them. You know, so we prefer a situation where those that have been saddled with the responsibility should do the work they were put there to do and not begin to warn. Leave the warning for others to do. Was it the Russian president that says it's my duty to send you to God? Whatever he does with you, whether he decides to send you to heaven or hell, is not my business. So it's their duty to arrest evildoers, prosecute, and ensure if they are convicted, ensure they are punished.
Who will give the warning? You said to others to do. Who is supposed to give the warning?
Well, when I go to church, they preach, don't do this, don't do that because of this, because the priest or the man who does not have the force of law, does not have prosecutorial powers, cannot arrest. I can understand you now preach and solicit. When those who have all they can investigate, they can prosecute, and they can just do that job.
Amechi, good morning to you. Good morning, listener. Besides what the preachers will tell you in church, those at the mosques, you also read the Bible. Mm-hmm. So most of us also read the Quran.
Of course.
So besides the preaching, you also know what the holy books say, as it were. You see, we have a situation on our hands, the election. That's why most Nigerians cannot wait that we'll get done with this election and then they go back, to their normal lives, as it were. On Saturday, we are going to have more than 1,000 elections. That is how serious the matter is.
That's if you break it down.
If you break it down, yes. By the state constituents, there are over 1,000, and then the governorship, 28. Even deputy governorship people had one together, as it were. So that is why it's an issue of concern. And the NSA and the other security chiefs said, look, this is more challenging exercise than what we had on February 25. And when you look at also the indices and all the issues involved, they also speak, to all of that. A situation where out of the 28 states that will be having governorship election, you have a number of them that were supposed to have brand new governors. It speaks volumes as to what that.
Do you have the number?
Yes, I'm trying to get that. We have about 17. We're going to have out of the 28. We're going to have 17 brand new governors, and then we're going to have 11 persons who are seeking re-election, whether they will win or not. It means we could have more new governors, as it were. So that is how serious this issue is. And if you know that politics is local, the eating actually is at the state level, because governors are in charge of not just the state government resources, they also hijack the local government resources. They determine who feeds and who they can run you out of town, in your state. And that's why some of us
no matter your status,
you will run to Abuja or run to somewhere else. That's why some of us are apprehensive. By the time you give these guys state police, you can be sure of what some of them will do. So that is how serious this issue is. And if you also look at even our constitution, the items on the concurrent list, and the items on the exclusive, you see that they have much, and most of what they do have direct bearing on the lives of people. The schools you attend, the hospitals you attend, the roads, most of the roads you drive, because the federal government only deals with strong A roads, the interstate, so it direct access, impact on the lives of the people. And that's why it's as serious as what it is. But we hope, and I want to believe they know, that with the experience of what we had on February 25, where with Beavers, Kano could no longer bring how many millions of votes. Some of these states could not bring the millions of votes that they used to bring. The jinx, and all of that. And then the stories they used to tell us: you must win Rivers, you must win Lagos, you must win Kano for you to become president. All those myths have been broken. So anything can happen. We have situations where commercial motorcycle riders have won elections, and all of that. So anything can happen at that level. That's why almost everybody has gone back to the states, to do the needful, and see how that will turn out. But again, if we look at, what happened, the report we got yesterday from Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, it appears that because the truth is, the violence we saw in 2019 can be compared with what we saw in 2023. That's the honest truth. So it appears the violence has now moved from the streets to cyberspace. Because the situation where you have I think about 12.9 million attacks, cyber attacks, attempts to break into INEC and all. They say government, but we know where all of this is headed, because I don't see how somebody want to attack the website of National Orientation Agency on election day. So several other things, involved. So that is what we are dealing with at the moment. But INEC is also telling us they've done stress tests and all of that, and that uploading will be real time, and all. So let's hope that all of this works. But again, INEC, please, by tomorrow, now that you told us you finished reconfiguring all the 36 states, by tomorrow, start the deployment. If you don't start
it has not started
already. I know that in Zamfara and in Kaduna, they had already moved the materials, before the postponement. Start the distribution tomorrow. Let them move to the local government. By Friday, let these things move to the racks, the council ward. I mean, it will interest you to know, in this last election, I observed that in all the council wards, INEC provides generators in the collation centers, and the INEC plus the polling officers and all of that sleep. They are supposed to sleep, at the rack center, so that early in the morning they move. But we saw situations in most places where this did not happen. It was on the day or the Saturday of the election that, so that if this happens, you know that even if it's so late, by 9 at the most or 10, that is, even if anything else happens, we should have this situation where by 1, by 3, people voted up to late night and all of that. The security implications of these things are also huge. So we should pay close attention to the process, moving forward. If the process is clean, is genuine, I want to believe, even this violence, some person, is when you give room that people can.
The stress test they are talking about. Have they also explained the nature of glitch that stopped and prevented the transition of presidential election results? Because that glitch did not stop the National Assembly results to be uploaded. It was successfully uploaded. House of Representative results, senatorial results, but the presidential election results was cut off by the glitch.
I mean, if you say successfully uploaded, you may not be completely right. If you go to the INEC IREF, even in your own senatorial district and your federal constituency, you discover that some of the results have not been uploaded.
For presidential.
No, that's what I'm saying.
But for National Assembly.
Not all of them are. They are still uploading.
For National Assembly.
For National Assembly, in different constituencies, they are still uploading. Some have not been uploaded. We don't even know whether all of them will be uploaded 100%. Before the end of this year. So that is that is the issue. But like I said, paying closer, besides, because the uploading is part of the process, but right from the field, if people see that what you have done is, is clean, is transparent and all of that, they will now just sit and wait for the result to be uploaded. Don't forget, were talking about how resources were held.
Uploading is not just part of the process, it's an integral, essential part of the process.
It is.
Because the Kenyan election was annulled by the Supreme Court in 2017 based on the fact that the Electoral Commission failed to upload election results.
It depends on, fine, that's what it is, but what does the Kenyan law provide and what does the Nigerian law provide? We've had even rulings on some of this not too long. I think it was the Federal High Court, they said, look, the decision as to how to upload and transmit results is that of INEC. So INEC is the one who will go to court and say, look, this is what happened and all. And I expect that this technical glitch that INEC is not explaining, by the time we go to the tribunal, it will come up and they will be forced to tell Nigerians or tell the court what actually transpired.
Don't you see that probably the technical glitch can be related to the hacking issue?
It's speculative.
Pantami is
this
saying 6.9.
speculation will end if INEC will tell us what happened.
Pantami is saying 6.9 attacks were tried on election day alone. So which means all of that. Okay, I was just looking at the paper. Pantani and INEC, did they even meet to decide or to discuss the issue of possible hacking or not? Because he just inaugurated the committee on the 24th of February on this matter. And between 24th and now, we are saying 12.9 million attempted hacking on the systems. So going forward, governorship election, as Stephen has said, the governorship election is more important to most Nigerians because they are in the grassroots.
Abulu, if you acquire a new computer system, after setting it up, what's the next thing you do?
You format it. Probably. bring in apps, certain
antivirus,
and
protective
certain apps
measures
to protect
So
it.
it's normal that once you set up a system, you set up a cyber security around it.
The issue of logistics that TV mentioned, I don't support polling unit officers to sleep over at certain location because of insecurity in Nigeria. The highest they can do, or the best they can do, is to wake up very early in the morning and meet up. Yeah,
Well,
because sleeping over is dangerous.
Yes, it's the practice of
I went to Gwagwalada.
security is provided around those areas. Everybody converges there, and in the morning, for each ward, or there's a way they map them out and they move for convenience of movement. We'll ask security agencies to stop warning criminal